I want to introduce Anita, who's from SingleTree Lane, which is an inclusive and sustainably sourced wearable art. So she's going to show us all of her creations now.
She is not, but can I help you with something? Says Allison Dutch. Oh, good, thank you. You know, I'm in the middle of a meeting. Is it something quick or can you, Allie?
Okay. I cannot share my video right now of me.
Oh, even if you push start video at the down left.
No, it says you cannot start your video because the host has stopped it.
Oh, interesting. Let's see.
Because I stopped the screen share.
Oh, that's so interesting. Okay. Maybe if I can make you host, you would be able to.
Okay, let's try that.
Yeah. There we go.
And there we go.
There we go. There's your beautiful face. All right. Thank you.
So I have a lot of things to show. If anyone has taken a look at my store, I have just in SingleTree Lane, I have about 1,400 products, ranging from t-shirts to joggers to cargo joggers to rash guards, adult onesies, skirts, you name it, we've got it. And I have personally designed everything that's in my store. I'm very much into art and color. And that is what you'll see in everything I create. It is a passion venture for me. So behind me, we do have, these are my wide leg pants that I have in my store. So this is just one of them. And there's a few behind me here. I also have, this is a sample of my joggers. And I'm also wearing a pair of cargo joggers. So you can see the cargo pants thing there. I have a couple of my, or a few of my two-piece outfits up above me. I think you can see those, yeah. So I've got wide leg pants. I have crop sweaters, and I have some more samples so you can see that. So I have this crop sweater here and wide leg pants, as I've said. So I like to coordinate those things. I have the V-neck sport top, which is a crop length as well. That can be worn by any age because I am I am 50 plus and I could pull it off. And a lot of my customers are also of that age range as well, but I also have super young from 18 and above. So it really transcends the age group and as well as demographics, ethnicity, region, etc. So my clothes cross over to many different areas of the world and females and males. And so I'm very excited. I really love what I do. And there's a lot to offer. And it very much appeals to just about anyone. So I don't know if we're supposed to have questions or do you just want to see me model some of my other outfits?
Yeah, Anita, I'm sure there's going to be some questions. Can you bring some of the pieces really close up to the camera so we can see some of that amazing detail?
Okay. Let me see. Well, I think you could see this on the camera. So this was actually, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So this is actually, this was created probably 6 years ago, and it was part of a series called the Siren Collection. And it represents 7 heroines, so 7 strong female characters, graffiti art based. And so when I created a collection like that, I would have, so there's 7 women. So with each person, they would have 7 to 10 items coordinated just on this main print. So that's how the design process starts for me many times is I get an idea. I am inspired by something that I see either in nature or things that I have interest in. And I saw a question that's come up about price point. So it really depends on the item. I forgot about my hobo scarf bags, which start, I think, at $79. I have the crop sweaters that you saw in the background that I brought up, which start at $70. The joggers at $98. The wide leg pants at, I think, $114. And the rash guards, I think, are also $98. But I have to check on that to verify.
Awesome. And then can you please tell us about your fabrics and are they washable and do they shrink?
Oh, so another one of my mottos besides love all, serve all is easy care, easy wear, which means I was a mom, I'm still a mom, but of young children, so that you can wear it in any situation and run around with your kids and be active in it. You can spill on it. And a lot of times, because these prints are so vibrant and busy, it gets lost in the print. So you don't have to worry about stains. They wash in a normal washer and dryer. You can sleep in them, you can travel in them, and I have slept in a lot of these things. I've done yoga in my wide leg pants. So yeah, very easy to manage. I don't typically wear things that have to be dry cleaned, period, whether it's, what I make or what I buy from other people, because it has to be able to be thrown in the washer and dryer, and I don't have to care about it. So they don't shrink. That's the other thing.
That's wonderful. How do you source your materials?
Well, I work with, my model is print on demand, and I consider that an eco-friendly model because we don't mass produce. We make it to order. So as people place an order, it then goes to my print provider who makes it. So I work with about 6 different print providers globally. So we try to ship as close to our manufacturer as close to where our end user is. And that's why I use global providers for that reason. So depending on what you're ordering, it could be made in the US or Mexico, which is typically most of everything in my catalog. And then other things are made in Germany, Latvia, and China. Oh, and Spain too. They opened up a new place in Spain. And for the most eco-friendly products are the wide leg pants, the joggers, like the cargo joggers and the regular joggers, the crop tops. So all of them are eco-friendly. So they're 90% recycled plastic, 10% cotton on average. That's the breakdown.
That's wonderful. And Anita, can you please pull up a couple other designs and bring them close to the camera and tell us what your inspiration was for them? So maybe a couple.
Yes. So I'm going back in the way back machine. So this is one of my older prints. I hope you can see it. Is it coming out?
Yes.
Okay. So this was from my Dog Day series. And I was inspired because, again, I love art. And originally, before I started designing my own prints, I would acquire prints from other people. And I'm a big fan of vintage poster art. So this one is based on a vintage poster. And there's a greyhound dog on it. And it's being walked by, you can see she's a flapper, which is also my era. I love that time period. So the 20s and 30s. And so this is one of those things, and this is a hoodie. So I do make hoodies. I just don't make a lot of them anymore. I find that the sweatshirts are a lot more versatile. The hoodies are great as a, you know, outerwear and putting out and layering on top of something. And I love to use the pockets for my keys and my phone and ID. So it's great for that, and also keeping your hands warm. So this is from my Dog Days collection. I have, let me see. So my home has been taken over by my clothes. I have racks and racks and racks of clothes in my house. So again, dogs are something that are precious to me. So I do focus on a lot of animals. I also do mythological creatures. So this is another one that was part of my Art Deco dog collection. This is another one that has a bulldog on it, which is very fun. Again, colorful, love it. And let me pull some other things.
That looks like Haley's little French bulldog, Fletcher.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so I do use a lot of animals because animals are precious to me. I am a horse owner. I used to have 7 horses at one time. And so I did
Wow.
create a collection around those horses. And so you'll find them in my horse series on SingleTree Lane. Here is one of my newer tops, which is called Sauvage. So again, fun, bright, and animal based, because I wouldn't call myself an activist, but I am definitely an animal lover.
And then we have some questions here. So these designs look very comfortable in addition to being very stylish, which I love. Is that an important factor for when you're deciding on the cut of the items?
Definitely, because as I said, as being a mom, and when my kids were young, being comfortable in what I could wear, doing any activity, because you can jog and run in them, because I have. As I said, you could do yoga in them. I've used the white leg pants for yoga. So yeah, it's very comfy in the fit. So I like things, I wear baggy. So I usually order up a size, sometimes 2 sizes larger than what I need, because I love baggy. So this is also one of my shirts that I produce. I have a line of gaming tees because I'm an original gamer. I used to go to the arcade as a kid, and so I have a series for that. I also have t-shirts that are surfing based because I am in California and I grew up outside of San Diego, near beach community, spent a lot of time at the beach. And like these cargo joggers, they're stretchy, comfy, wash and dry very well. So yeah, I anything I pick, it's gotta be that fits many types of figures, right? And for people who also appreciate a baggy look and don't necessarily want a form-fitting top, the things that fit that are form-fitting are my rash guards. And even those I buy a size large, because if you can use it for swimming, I've had people buy them and take them to the beach. And if you're going to do that, you should get your exact size so that it's snug, because otherwise, what's the point of a rash guard? It's supposed to keep the cold out.
And even when you dry them, Anita, they don't shrink, or they will
No,
shrink.
so I literally, before I have showcases, I will take a lot of things from my house that I'm going to have there and I go to the laundromat so I can get it done really quick. And I throw everything in those commercial hot dryers, and they are fine.
That's awesome. And then any celebrity clients?
At this time, no, but that is another push that I'm going to do. And I have 20 that are lined up right now that I have created sweaters or hoodies with their likeness on it. And I have submitted to one right now because I'm phasing those out and I'm waiting to hear back from him. So I don't want to spoil it, but there's a lot of music artists that I would like to collaborate with, including Lenny Kravitz. So if anyone knows him, I do have a print of him, and he has seen that one. And Snoop Dogg is a favorite because, again, that's from my growing up period. So there's a lot of people I would love to collaborate with. And and get that out there because I'm very passionate about art. I'm very passionate about music. So of course I support and love fellow artists and musicians. And in
There's
the
a
past, I
comment.
did collaborate with an artist in one of my other clothing lines.
There's a comment about Snoop. He just turned 60 this week and is in better shape than most 18-year-olds.
Right?
So funny. Can you show us some of your 1970s t-shirts? Oh, that's Lenny. Sorry, that's Lenny. That was the comment that was referring to.
Oh, I don't know that I have any here. That's the thing. I don't have the 70s t-shirts with me, but again, it's inspired because that's my timeline. And that's why a lot of everything you see in my store is very hippie inspired because that was my growing up years. So the 70s, 80s, 90s. And again, in those time periods, especially 80s and 90s, we were a lot of color and eclectic stuff. And so that's very expressive of who I am. Do you want me to try on some things?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see some things.
Because I set aside some items so that people could see them close up. But I don't know if I should dim the light. So this is what my crop sweater looks like. And again, it's a great length, even for older females, postpartum, because it does cover your midriff with the joggers. And again, I think of all figure types and where we're at as women in our lives and what we want to show and not show.
I love the length. That's perfect.
Yeah, and then you've got the pockets. So again, I love pockets. Even skirts. I forgot to mention I make skirts too, and they are pocketed, which is a big selling point for most women because we like to have pockets and put stuff in there.
Can you speak to the price range? Oh, you mentioned on some of them, but for these
so
joggers,
this particular thing is $70. The joggers that I'm wearing are $98. And I had mentioned about the rash guards. I believe those are 98 as well.
Yep.
So I have a lot. In fact, I can pull out, let me pull this out so we can go through some of the things. In this rack, it's like one of 7 in my house. So here's one for my horse series. This was one of my horses, Maximilian. So can you see that?
Yes, slight glare, maybe bring. Oh, there it goes. It fixed itself.
Okay. So that's Maximilian.
Hmm.
Here's another animal one. They've got the French Bulldog.
I love it.
So I said you'll find a lot of animals in my prints just because they're a favorite of mine. Here's one of my newer ones too, called Jamaica Lies in Paradise. Another one of my crop tops. And this has also matching joggers to it too. And a button down, which is also from that same print. And then I also focus on faces. I'll have to pull, I think you can see some in the background, but I'll pull them up. So this is one of mine, again, 70s flavor that I love. And these are my 70s inspired wide leg pants. So you can see the print on them, which pulls a lot from the 70s, from the oranges greens and browns, which was very popular. And anyone from that time can tell you, especially the shaggy carpets, were in this color range.
And do you have any
And-
skirts
oh.
on hand, Anita?
Do I have what?
Any skirts on hand that you could show us?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
So I was going to show you this one, which is my ballet inspired top for the former prima ballerina of the New York Ballet. And here's a skirt. Can you see it? So I stand back. So it's a long skirt. That
Yep,
has
can
the
you lift it up a little bit so we can see how
Yeah.
long at the bottom?
So it
There,
has the kick pleat
perfect.
in the back. So on a tip, I'm 5'6", so it goes about an inch, inch and a half above the ankle. So it is quite long, and it has the pockets. Because not everyone wants to wear a mini skirt, so and it is form fitting, so you still show a little curve, but it covers up everything. And it has the drawstring at the waist, so that you can, cinch it as tightly as you might want. And it also is a high rise. So just like the joggers, the skirt is a high rise. So for the belly conscious mama. And I was going to show, some of my other steampunk. I love steampunk. So this is one of my steampunk tops.
Fun.
Call it my Egyptian inspired top. But everything, I make colorful, it's fun. It makes a statement and represents everybody. So I have prints with Black faces on it, Hispanic faces, white faces, Asian faces. I have quite a few Asian pieces, also Native American. So everyone's covered, and that's mainly because of my own upbringing and what I've been attracted to. So I'm multi-ethnic. So everything I just mentioned to you, I am. And it comes across in my art and what I like.
That's awesome. All right, well, we are nearing the end of this presentation. Any other questions, reporters, please drop them in the chat so we can get those answered now. And then I do want to remind you that samples and press releases can be requested through mediaandmerch.com. This has been great, Anita. Thank you so much for being so interactive with us and showing us all these different pieces. This has been really great.
And I have a lot. I would need a couple hours to get through even what I have here.
That's awesome. All right. Well, I think that concludes. Oh, wait. Yeah. Thank you for sharing your pieces with us today. So thank yous are coming through the chat. All right. Well, I think that concludes this presentation from Anita and SingleTree Lane. Thank you so much. And everyone, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you at the next presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anita.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.